Hello there. Fast-tracking nuclear energy. This is going to be very, very expensive for us. It's one of life's realities. When you want something really desperately, the price will be high. And the more desperate you are for it, the higher the price will be. And right now the UK government is extremely desperate to roll back decades of inaction and sort out our totally shocking but totally predictable energy insecurity problem. With talk coming from the Liz Truss camp that if she is ordained as the new Prime Minister of the UK next week, then she'll be engaged in fast-tracking a nuclear power programme. Now, we all know how complex these nuclear reactor things are and how long it takes to get them up and running. So even fast-tracking them will take many, many years. But when looking at these sorts of projects, there are three things to consider: speed of delivery, total cost, and does the result do as intended? In this case, does the nuclear power station produce cost-effective energy in a reliable and safe manner? And when you play about with one of those parameters, then at least one of the other two of them move. If you want the nuclear reactor more cheaply, it will probably take longer, or the result will not be as good as you wanted. If you want it quickly, then it will cost more, or not be as good as you wanted. And if you want it to be totally reliable, safe, and producing cheap energy, then it will cost what it costs and take as long as it takes. Now, with a nuclear reactor, one assumes safety is definitely not up for compromise, as well as reliability, one supposes. So if you want to fast-track one and greatly increase the speed of delivery, then it will definitely cost you more. And maybe the energy it outputs might be more expensive than you wanted. And that's why I say fast-tracking nuclear reactors will be very expensive. But the one thing it will do is help fast-track the net zero programme as well. Especially as part of the plan is to also fast-track offshore wind projects. And that will also require extra cost to achieve. So it will be a very expensive way of doing it all in the long run. All because we dropped our own energy production capability and allowed ourselves to be meekly bent over a green net zero barrel. Now, so far, I've seen nothing from anyone talking seriously about stopping or even delaying the net zero juggernaut bearing down on us. As I pointed out yesterday, the whole UK energy structure, from Westminster, the law, the quangos and the energy companies, is now hardwired for net zero by 2050. And it's a big if we do start extracting more oil and gas now, it will probably all come from the North Sea, not onshore fracking. And it will be designed to last for as short a time as possible while the net zero targets will remain in place. And that will also be hideously expensive because it will be a massive investment for just a few years' supply of gas and oil. And that will be a huge loss for the energy companies that the UK taxpayer will have to underwrite. The whole bill for this will be astronomical. Instead of slowing it down and using much more fossil fuel for longer to make it more cost-effective. So unless the new Prime Minister legislates to delay or cancel net zero, something that is set in our legislation, then you know exactly where we're headed. Penury for the people. It'll be interesting to hear what the outgoing Boris Johnson says tomorrow in his speech about UK energy security. But as ever, all this whole saga has proved is that our political masters are not on our side.